Hi, this is Highbridge Caravans Devon branch, and on this lovely February, very spring-like day during lockdown, we are doing some video tours of our new and used motorhomes, and this particular one has just come in from Highbridge Group up in the northeast of England. It is a 2021 Compass Avantgarde 196. So Compass, they are part of the Explorer Group, same company as Eldis, and these days they are all part of the German giant group, which is Highbridge Group, who amongst others own Hymer, Deathlefts, Berth, many other companies. And Explorer Group, as they were, Eldis and Compass, were snapped up by Hymer a few years ago, and it's been nothing but good news, in fairness to it, for the UK motorhome industry. So these are one of Britain's best-selling motorhomes. The 196, so the Compass Avantgarde 196 2021, is a 6-berth low profile based on the Peugeot Boxer Tempo Libero motorhome chassis, and it is one of the very few dedicated 6-berth, 6-seatbelt coach builts available at 3.5 tonnes. So that magic word, 3.5 tonne, 3,500 kilograms, means anybody can drive it on a normal car licence. So if you pass your test after 1997, or if you hit 70 and you haven't asked to retain your C1 part of your driving licence and taken the medical questionnaire to do it, you will be limited to 3,500 kilograms. And this is one of the most spacious, comfortable multi-berth vans you can get at the 3.5 tonne limit with a workable payload. So let's have a little look at her. So she's looking really smart, all in colour coded white. This one's got the optional Lux pack, which gives you aircon cruise passenger airbag. I think you'll find most of these will have that, and it's got Fiat alloy wheels. Well, we do have some other specs available which haven't been built yet, but this one is here and now, and anything you want on top of what it has, which won't be that much, we can fit for you. So we'll have a little walk around the outside. So looking really smart, as I say, on the Peugeot Boxer. We've got daytime running lights built into the headlights, full white colour coding, and the silver style pack. Now, one big thing to mention with these, as well as being 3.5 tonne, it's about 7.4 metres long, which it needs to be really to give you a bit of space. But if we have a look down the side there, you can see it barely sticks out any wider than the cab. So this is actually a very narrow van. Now, if you look at a Bailey, for instance, they're 8 foot wide. They're really wide, hard to drive down the country lanes. Most vans are 2.35 wide. If I spin around and have a look at this used Shoton there, you can see there's quite a big bit that sticks out there. But on these Compasses, they don't really, so they're a narrow body van, and that makes them very nice to drive. Along with the lightweight, they're nice to drive, and they're easy to drive down the country lanes of Devon and Cornwall, which is important. So full colour code, including door handles, bumpers. Got the smart Peugeot alloy wheels. We'll have a little look at the cab. So coming in through the cab door, this one's got cab curtains. We can fit cab blinds if you prefer. Personally, I think you'll find, because this is a single glazed area, the rest of the van is double glazed, you'll end up using silver screens most of the time anyway, so curtains are fine. You don't really need the blinds, and they can rattle, so nothing wrong with cab curtains. You've got leather gear stick and steering wheel. You've got a Bluetooth DAB stereo system with hand controls on the steering wheel for that. We got cab aircon, passenger airbag, heated mirrors, lecky windows, central locking, all the nice stuff you would expect. We've also got the Eco Pack as standard, which is stop-start technology, and you've got the 140 horsepower engine as standard as well, which pulls really well. It's got AdBlue. It's the latest clean diesel Euro 6D technology. Motorhomes, of course, this comes with 12 months tax, and motorhomes are taxed on weight rather than emissions, but this one does have the very latest diesel technology for the low emission zones. We've got mains hookup, and we've got a leisure battery. So behind here, your mains hookup goes in. There's a little flap there through the door. Behind there's your hookup point and your leisure battery. We've got full double glazed windows and insulation all the way around. These have passed the grade 3 winterization test, and grade 3 is the top level of winterization. That means they freeze the van to -20, and it's got 3 hours to heat itself up to +15 using its own onboard systems and maintain it, and this has done that, so plenty good enough for anything the UK is going to throw at you. We've got a standard Teleco digital compatible aerial for your TV on the roof. We've got your freshwater fill-up point here, and your Thetford cassette toilet dump point there. underslung water tanks for fresh and waste water, around about 90 litres, and they're both drained off by those taps down there. And she's a good looking van, in fairness to it. Minimal graphics, they've not gone silly with that. 196s are very, very popular with families or with couples who want a bit of space. You've got a twin lounge, end lounge at the back, front lounge with a drop down bed above it at the front, which we'll see from the inside. That's very, very popular. These drop down beds, they've sort of replaced overcab beds. You'll see the old Bursner over there with the overcab bed, but you don't see many of them anymore. Even looking over there at the old Bessicar next to the Swift, you can see the difference for driving is massive. So instead of having the overcab bed, this has got an electric drop down double bed, which is really good, nice and easy to do, as we'll see on the inside. Coming around the back there, you've got clamp points for a bike rack. We can add a bike rack for you onto there. The fixings are already there, dead easy for a 2, 3 or a 4 bike rack. Gas locker for 2 gas bottles here. Rear lounge windows, lovely panoramic rear lounge. Do excuse the road noise, it may be locked down, but we are right on the A38 South Devon Expressway and it can be a bit noisy here. Coming around this side, kitchen window, lounge window, 3-way fridge freezer, runs off gas, mains electric or 12 volt when you're driving. Those are the vents for it there. And then we've got a storage locker towards the front there, which accesses underneath your side sofa and your front lounge window. So we'll go in through the habitation door. Price on this van, by the way, is just under £51,000. I think I just added it up. I can't remember precisely what it was, but it was around about the £51,000 mark. You've got 6 berths, 6 seat belts, low profile, brand new for around £50,000. It's one of the best value motorhomes on the market today, but they don't feel like they're built to a budget. They've got nice things, in fairness to it. They've got nice things and they're nicely built. Fly screen door. So since the Germans took over Compass Avantgarde, build quality's got markedly better. You get a 10-year damp warranty with these, a 3-year Peugeot warranty on the cab, and a 3-year Highbridge Group warranty on all of your habitation kit and equipment. So we'll have a quick spin around the layout. So you've got a very large front lounge here, cupboards over the cab, and then we've got an electric drop-down bed above it. We quickly spin around before we talk about any more specific things, but we've got a big side kitchen with a full oven, and then we've got a nice lounge at the back as well, all of a good size. I say, despite being a narrow body van, it doesn't feel it, it's nice and roomy. In here we've got a wet room bathroom. But coming back to the front lounge, so we've got a side sofa, and then we've got a 4-seat double dinette with 4 crash tested seat belts. So we've got 2 proper 3-point belts on the rear facing seats and 2 proper 3-point seat belts on the forward facing seats. This is something you don't see very often. It gives you 6 berths and 6 proper seat belts in that 3.5 ton bracket with a payload of about half a ton or so. So it is a practical van at 3.5 ton, and you don't often see enough seat belts in vans, but this has got a seat belt for every berth. And then bed wise, you simply drop the table down there, and that's made a reasonable size double bed, a very big single or a small double. That's probably the last bed you'll be using, in fairness to it. You can just see your swivel cab seats as well there for even more seating. Now above that you've got these electric drop down beds. The cupboards come down with it, and this one comes down to about headrest level. So what you do is you turn your isolator key, which if your kids are playing around with it, you can take the key out and that'll stop them, the little swines. And then you press your down button, say the magic words, and down she comes. You've got to hum the Thunderbirds theme tune as well while you're doing that. And there we go, that's your bed down, easy peasy. This particular one's got the bedding set on it as well, actually, which is a bonus. So you can see there, if I step back a bit, it's not too high up. It comes with a ladder for getting into it, and it's got plenty of headroom, so it's much lower than an overcab bed. There's plenty of headroom here, so I would say 2.5 foot, something like that. So you've got a good bit of space. There's plug sockets over there as well for the people up here. You've got lights in the ceiling above you as well. Plenty of room there, and that's bed number 1. And it's a big bed, in fairness to it. That is a wide bed, so you could use that yourselves, or you could put the kids there, or whichever. So that's bed number 1. Bed number 2 is the make-up bed. And you can see even with this down, once you drop the table down there, you've got plenty of room to sleep people underneath of there as well. So bed number 1, bed number 2. To get it back up again, just press the button, up she goes. You can leave your bedding on this as long as it's not too thick. I mean, that's got bedding on it already. You can stop it at any height, so if you've got thicker bedding, you can do, or you can just keep your finger on it and up it goes all the way. And I'm 6 foot and I can walk underneath of this and I fit easily enough. Good bits of overcab storage here, so your thick duvet or your pillows you could just take off and chuck over the cab here if you wanted to. Nice upholstery that's new for this year. It's got a nice sort of taupey fawny finish to it, bit of tartan action on the go there, quite modern. Side kitchen, excellent side kitchen. British vans do two things better than anybody else in the world. We do nicer lounges because we spend more time inside looking at the rain, and we also cook more inside because we can't barbecue because of our miserable climate. So they do tend to do better kitchens, and this is a built-in kitchen. It's really, really deep. You've got a big oven with 3 gas burners, separate grill, and a good size oven underneath of that. You've got extra flip up workspace, 2 plug sockets there, and a window for venting all of your fumes and such like. Sink which comes with a clip-on draining board, and a good size under counter fridge freezer. I'll turn that on there with blue lighting, full width freezer. And then lots and lots of drawer space, which you could use for kitchen stuff, or you can use for clothes stuff, or whatever stuff you want to take with you. Really, really nice space. Up high, you've got 4 high level cupboards, which are a good depth. Now there is an option from the factory for a factory fitted microwave to go in here with a surround, or for the person who wanted to buy this van, we can get the factory microwave kit and replace one of these cupboards with a microwave if you prefer. But if you're not, because microwaves only work on mains hook up and it would be quite high up, it's more useful storage space. Heating system is provided by Whale from Northern Ireland, and it's an underslung hot water and blown air heating system. We're quite easily controlled using the hieroglyphics here. Press that one for your water heater, and press this one for your space heater, and you've got how hot you want your heating to be there. That will run off mains electric if you're hooked up, it will run off gas if you aren't hooked up, and because it's underneath the van, underneath the floor of the van, it takes up no internal space. You've got more room inside under these for storing things, which is a good idea. Jumping ahead now to the rear lounge. This is a good size rear lounge. Now it's not 6-foot sofas, but they're probably 4.5 foot, 5-foot sofas, bigger than the old AutoQuest Avantgarde 180 that it replaced. Plenty of room to put your feet up and stretch out. You could have 4 to 6 people sat around here, but you could have 7 people sat around there, 2 in the cab. So you could probably sit 15, 16 people in here, but plenty of options of where you want to sit. If you're doing a long trip, it's just the 2 of you, you want to leave that made up as a fixed bed at the rear, you can. So plenty of options there, bit of flexibility. 6 good deep high level cupboards, a big wardrobe space there. They're the infill cushions for the downstairs bed at the front, I believe. Your TV aerials in there as well. I love drawers. Our family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids, spends a lot of time in the motorhome, and you do need drawers, which a lot of vans don't have. You've got a concertina blind here that will come across and segregate the rear of the van from the front, which is great if you want a bit of privacy in the evening. Fantastic. Put the kids to bed up the front there, pull the blind across, you've got a bit of privacy. You can both get to the bathroom without disturbing the other people as well. That's good. And the other thing is, compared to an overcab bed, the people sleeping in there can get out without disturbing the people sleeping underneath, which is another nice little thing as well. Small flip up table in the back there for your rear lounge dwellers, and you've also got in the wardrobe a larger freestanding table which you can put outside or you can put in here as well. Then of course you've got the table at the front as well, so plenty of seating options, plenty of table options, and it's a nice place to be. You've got your wraparound windows, you pull up to a nice campsite with a nice view, or even if you're just going out for the day to the beach, seas out there, lovely, very, very nice. Really nice ambience. You've got LED lights, you've got uplighters, downlighters, spotlighters. They're very warm vans. That Whale heating is very, very cosy. Now the bathroom, it is a narrow body van, and the bathroom with this layout, the bathroom will always be opposite the kitchen. And this is a narrow body van, which is brilliant for driving, but obviously you do run out a bit of space. So if you put a separate shower into there, you've got a very tight point, whereas on this it flows from front to back. They've not cut the van in two, but the trade-off of that is the bathroom's just a wet room bathroom. But to be honest with you, if you're a family motorhome user, you're not showering in this bathroom very much, in fairness to it. If you want to, there's plenty of room. It's quite a big bathroom, in fairness to it. It's very usable. Wheel arch has to go somewhere. It's ended up in there, but it's dead space. It may as well be. You've got a blown air heater vent in there. You've got a nice modern freestanding basin with a proper domestic style tap, and you've got a shower hose there separate to that. Shower head's not on it, we take them off, but separate shower hose to that, and a good bit of storage up there, and a curtain to come across there if you are showering going across the top. So plenty of room in there. If you do want to shower, fine, but you'll find as a family of 4 or 6 you'll quickly burn through your water, and you're probably going to be on a campsite, so where possible you'll use the campsite ones. You won't use your onboard shower that much. So this is The brand new Compass Avantgarde 196 from Compass, part of the Erwin Group, 2021. It's priced at around 51,000 mark. It's a 3.5 ton 6 berth with a front drop down bed, aircon cruise, alloy wheels and twin airbags. From Highbridge Caravans, Devon branch. Contact us through the website or give us a ring and we'll come back to you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.